You guys gonna join? Okay. Excitement. Yeah.
I'm on fire.
Oh, man.
10 degree.
Yes, sir.
Is anyone watching? Did you put someone on the national?
No, let's put on national. I already have the event, so it's just copy the. Yeah. Okay, you can. On your laptop, I sent it to you on email. Just then.
Okay. Sure, but I just protest or like this. Guys, all my Facebook friends are not gonna come watch us. Oh my god, is this actually what we're doing?
So why can't I find AIESEC New Zealand? Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know why it's not one of the first. I did, like pop up as I did type that too. One of the first pages, I don't know. I'll just press it now. Cool. All right. This is the live stream, but I'm doing motion.
Your general meeting. Now is start from 18 to 18. No longer doing it. So it's no longer going to be 16, 17 after that. So it's only 16, 17. Sorry. My term is only going to be for half a year. And then after that, it's not going to be 16, 17. The reason why it's 16, 17 is still 2017. So we're just going to have some motions first. As welcome and introduction. So then we're going to, okay, the times are totally off because we started late. And then we're going to pass some motions first to open this SGM. I'm going to do my speech. To pass some motions. Because this is just like, you guys can do what motions are, right? They're just official. Motion, what we want to do. The LC. So if you want to second the motion, just put your hand up and I'll choose you, and then after that, we'll will pass the motion, and then when I ask you to, yeah, the hand signals, so this one is just agreeing to something. So if I call out a second vote, I seconded by, just please go like that so we can pass the motion. You guys get to vote. Cool. So I haven't done a motion in a while, this might be a little bit rusty. I have a motion on the table that says AGM on the 29th of February of 2016 be opened. So this is proposed by LCP, seconded by Khaled. Yeah. And so proposer to speak, seconded to speak. Thank you. Speakers for the motion. No, this is fine. So it's kind of like speakers for the motion. If you want a chance to speak up about the motion, now's the time, like why you're for it. And then I'll say speakers against the motion. So if anyone is against the motion that's been put on the table, then this is your time to speak up. And then any general discussion, so if any general chit chat you guys want to have, please don't have any general chit chat. And then any objection to passing by acclamation? No objections, and we pass by acclamation. So we actually didn't pass that motion, I'll just do it properly. So proposed by Richard, seconded by Carla. Proposer to speak, seconded to speak.
Motion to open the AGM. Obviously, we're all here, so we want that to be to go ahead.
So it's just official, like official conduct of everything that you have. These are just motions that you have to pass by your entity board.
Okay.
So in any organisation that you go into the future, there are similar motions that they have to pass. So
can we propose a motion to not have a motion to open close the meetings in future?
I wish, I truly wish. That's why if everyone doesn't have anything to say, just stay quiet and we'll do this in like 2 minutes. Cool. So any general discussion?
I guess that's
Any objections to passing the by acclamation? Speakers for the motion, speakers against the motion. Any general discussion? Any objection to this by acclamation? This passes by acclamation. Cool. So, I need to do this one too. Yep. So I have a motion on the table that reads that Vincent be elected as Secretary of AGM on the 29th of February 2016 and be discharged at the close of AGM. So it was proposed by LCP, seconded by speakers for the motion, speakers against the motion. Any general discussion? The objections passing it by acclamation. It's passed by acclamation. So actually we'll do that one too. So we also have a motion on the table that elects the SVP ICS. So that's currently confusing. We have AGM or SVP. A motion on the table that Carla be elected as VP ICS for the remainder of the 15-16 term. This is proposed by the LCP. It is seconded by the Dark. Proposer to speak. For the motion, against the motion, any general discussion, passing it by acclamation. All right, then that's pretty much it. So let's hop straight into our. Alumni. Very university.
essentially it shares facilitating the whole AGM. So we're charging our partners and he's going to be kind of going through everything. So the candidates speak. So yeah, so you guys all know my name is Richard. For 17 term is because my university term actually finishes at the end of this year. And I would like to continue time placed during replanning, things like this. I'd like to see them go forward into the summer peak. This is very important, as you guys know, this is where the get summer exchanges from. So I'd like to see the LC rolling into this kind of uphill drive, which is nice. Could you please go to the next slide? Thank you. So this is just I hope all of you guys read my LCP application, by the way. That really does help. Essentially, if you have a look, these are all the roles that I've been in during my time at AIESEC. And if you actually add them together, that's 3 total years. And right now, I'm the oldest AIESEC so I believe that like knowing what's happened in the past few years. If you talk to a lot of the other EB applicants, they've only been in AIESEC for about a year or 2 years, and I like to just talk about all the experiences that I've had lead up to my LCP. I've been to 2 different types of conferences. In AIESEC, I've been to 2 international conferences. I've been to the one in Taiwan, this is a winter conference that they hosted nationally, much like a Waikato. I've also been to one in use all that information today to continue my role as an LCP. So this is kind of like my AIESEC journey. Is back at RNR 2013, 2014. This was at the Taiwan conference. The last one was with Lydia Zalba, as you know, the previous ECVP of AIESEC New Zealand last term. And the reason why I want to show you all these photos is because I don't want to let these opportunities go to waste. Me running as LCP, the reason I want to do this is because I don't feel like I've had this opportunity yet. These 3 years that I've had, I want to make I want to make this the last year of just achievements. I want to take all that experience and my time in AIESEC, conferences that I've been to, places that I've been, put this together and actually be able to achieve some great numbers and some great results out of AIESEC. I don't want to end my term this semester. Obviously, I can't predict what's going to happen this semester at the end of my term. I'd like to see success also, but I would also like to see success at the end of my term in 16, 17, where I get to have a look at the peak exchange numbers and see the double digits onto the exchange. So, pretty much it. Thank you for listening to my speech, and thank you guys for my application.
For questions and answers. If you can keep your questions to about half a minute, so 30 seconds max, and then you'll have a chance for about a minute. That's the time up there. What you can do is just raise your hand for 30 questions and go out the next 20 minutes. So if you have any questions, raise your hand, take your name down, and I'll call you guys up if you have questions. That sounds good. At the end of it, everyone given if they will vote. What we'll do is we'll count that vote and speaker that are on, and then announce it tonight. Cool. So I think I saw that question.
Me? Okay. So in your application, you said that there's no. Okay, I'll just follow it. It says instead of relying on the channel that promotes freedom within the team, I need to be able to change it into a business environment where performance is rewarded and so that's reviewed. And you also stated that the ideal team is like the team culture that you'd like to have is based on self-motivation. So how are you planning to develop the culture of self-motivation if you're relying on such traditional reward punishment?
Cool. So I wouldn't I just wouldn't really call it punishment, more like review into like performances. But I'll explain why, because I feel like currently my team right now as an EV, as you guys know, we don't have a full EVG yet. That really impacts us a lot because it means a lot of us have shared roles, a lot of us have shared responsibilities. We're working with 4 minds instead of 6 or 7, and what that does is it really decreases our effectiveness as a team. And I don't feel like we're at the threshold yet. We're able to be able to go into the autonomy, the freedom that they do what they want, because all my VPs right now, they're going to be stuck doing the basics of their roles, and that's going to be enough time to fulfill the rest of the day. Like they won't be able to have time to be able to explore into new options right now. That's just, I would like to see the LC functioning properly first before I see it trying new initiatives and things like that. So when it comes to being able to allow my team, the requirement is yes, and which is why we're implementing the NEC, because the NEC allows even the VPs to be able to understand what is happening within the function, so that there isn't a loss of information between what they know and what the national, what the NEC wants them to know, so that we're able to operate efficiently. Isn't that like else? Isn't that another question?
Apart from the one that you mentioned in the
How
application.
So just give me a minute, I'm just going to find it. Okay. All right, I'll answer the question. The biggest bottleneck I see right now, aside from, I believe what I wrote in my application was education. Quality of members, very similar. Quality of members is right now, I would say, right now, the quality of members that we have, that's a lot to do because of the NEC, because we haven't had an education cycle that allows all our members to fully understand their function and operate at the level they're supposed to. So what happened is we see last week there was like 30 people in the role, and like the efficiency was about half what they were really doing that. So we literally had an LC powerhouse of about 15 people actually doing it. So as to your question of the second bottleneck we see inside our LC, I believe that's within our marketing. Our marketing right now, I believe, is quite poor in terms of being able to reach out to external organizations and things like this. I believe that people actually only know the AIESEC brand through us being quite present at the first, which is brilliant. What I feel like is lacking is not a channel, but rather how we do it. So in terms of marketing, if we look at the other faculties that are on campus in terms of teaching, in terms of like IT and things like that, we can send people on exchange. But please name one thing that our house has been able to achieve there in terms of marketing in these areas. It's just, it's not that we're not doing work, it's that we're doing hard work for nothing. We're promoting so much in InfoSol where there's an untapped channel all around us, and we need to be able to do that efficiently, which is why we believe it's a bottleneck.
Anyone else have a question? HR?
Yeah, so you also said that team experience is the best recording that you can offer to people in Hamilton. Although many people see AIESEC as an exchange organization that sends people on exchange. So can you explain the choice and why looking on choose exchange as a primary?
Cool, I sure can. That's because I believe when we see people on exchange, if we look at the numbers that we currently see, it's been less than 10 a year. So what that means is that we haven't been people on the exchange. Exchange that we see people on, I can't say with confidence that every time, what I can guarantee is something that is physically looking after right here in the LC, which is the member experience. I do believe that we are providing a satisfactory experience in AIESEC Waikato, but I believe we lack quality of things that we're providing We how many units actually turn up to info store? We're not motivated to come do these things, which is why our LC is working. Which is why I believe member experience is the best thing that we have, but we just need to focus on getting the right people in our organization as well.
Thank you. Maybe.
You selected coaching as the area you have the least experience in, and you also mentioned that it should have proven necessity during your RCP term. Why is this?
So coaching, essentially, like if you look at like European nations, they have something called TTT, which is trainer trainers, and it's so good that they've been able to get like in terms of my level of coaching, I actually haven't coached someone before. I came to this LCP role as a social media manager and as a TL. So in terms of like actually coaching, training people to be able to be leaders, specifically when we're talking about TTT, I don't think actually anyone in New Zealand is competent enough, except for probably Julia and Armchild, who actually had the TTT experience. But please don't get confused between coaching and transition for LCP, because transition for LCP I definitely feel comfortable with. More so the coaching is really focused on like what leadership aspects you should be looking at when you're teaching someone to be in that kind of leadership position. Slightly different, very slight, but still different.
What would you say was your biggest improvement that you've made at AIESEC Waikato this past semester, and how would this help you in the term coming up?
So I think the biggest change I've been able to make in AIESEC Waikato is our member base. I feel like coming in from last semester, I felt quite demotivated myself as an LCP because I came into an LC about 20 to 25 people, and when I came back to my LC, I had 6 members to work with. Right? I started off with this 15, 16 total with 6 members. That's hardly enough for operational work. That's crazy. And that was including new members as well. So I've been able to get to the LC right now is the LC culture and the LC health, pretty much. Like I've started this term and have 14 members, right? And these are 14 good members. These aren't shaming members like just say, oh, they're different from the last term. These are members that I actually have a lot of faith in when it comes to like promo and when it comes to learning all these new things that we want to teach them, which is why I believe, the biggest thing I've been able to bring is just AIESEC Waikato back from like, almost on the get to at least somewhat operational and being able to achieve what we want.
You've had so much experience in AIESEC. You've had so much experience in AIESEC. It seems to be around for about the movement. Obviously, looking at a lot of time in the AIESEC. AIESEC AIESEC still developing and sort of increasing development. And now you have come a long way, as you've said, but you did say that this year to you was just about achieving your goals and using the mental content as being in AIESEC to achieve those goals. However, I still think there's development to be made and developments that you do. How do you see yourself developing through the industry?
Yeah, cool. So I can tell you I'm not at the prime in terms of AIESEC. Like, I don't think anyone is in the prime. I think they've reached like MC or AI level, and that's just something that you can't really put your words to. You don't know the requirements, but I can tell you for sure that right now I want to focus on so I want to focus on achievement because I feel like a lot of these past 2 years I've been building up a lot of what to do. If we're able to perform this term, if we're able to achieve, know what promotion is, know what a successful marketing channel is. For this term and for the 16-17 term. seen it myself? Have I seen it work? No, I haven't. I don't know what a good AIESEC implementation is. I don't know what a good marketing channel is. So by being able to look at this and see what I can from there for the terms moving forward.
Achieve. Areas, success. Areas.
We get understand what goals we want to achieve and how we're going to achieve it, right? But none of us know how this is going to work. Like we make it that we want to target this, and we make a plan how to do it, but until we do it, we don't know what's good and what's bad. And of course, there is acceptance for failure in this. Culture of achievement is learning from the mistakes that we make, or like the situation that you currently have, analyzing it and moving on from that. So it's not just in terms of like you can say that you don't understand the market segment, but you can't say that at the end of your term. You say that like 4 weeks and you say, look, I haven't been able to reach into this faculty. That is being proactive about it. Where you say, look, I haven't been able to reach into the teaching faculty at the end of your term. Then that is a failure, because what you're doing is essentially leaving the LC to fail for a whole semester because you don't know what you wanted to do. And really easily over. So being able to understand what is working and what isn't.
Inter-LC connections are, and how would you ensure that we as Waikato have LC connections with the other LCs just besides Auckland?
Okay, just besides Auckland, do you want to talk about specifically every other LC?
Just how would you see us getting the inter-LC relation that we kind of have in Auckland at the moment with LCs like Wellington or Otago?
So I definitely see problems arising with other LCs when it comes to like physical distance. Like the second closest LC we have is in Wellington. As you guys know, that's not like a trip that you can just make like that. So when it comes to like helping out and promotion and things like that, that's not possible. What we can do now is look, collaborate with the other LCs, which is what I talked about reading in terms of a lot of the ABCs and a lot of the online just do it kind of things. Because once we lead by example, the other LCs can look at us and ask for help, and then we're able to determine how we were able to get to this point, and they can learn from us. Or the other way around, we look at them, and if they have a successful marketing strategy, if they get into the horse properly, we ask them, how did you get into the horse so nicely for early? We were unable to do that, and then from there we learn. So it's more about filling each other's gaps in terms of knowledge. That's how I see interfunctional planning working.
We have about 5 minutes left, so if anyone has any questions.
What is one quality that you are able to possess as an LCP that others lack, and how will this impact you in your role?
I feel like one quality that I have as LCP is the ability to be able to step back from the importance side television, look at everything, and then reassess from there. Because I feel like a lot of people always get way too caught up on the gist of excited about a plan, we're excited about something, they start creating tunnel vision, they start looking at things one way. I believe as like LCPI, the quality that I have, especially these past 6 months that I've been able to develop at home, is the fact that I've been able to step back, look at an LC and say, that's good for this function, but thinking about it overall, what does that do to the whole LC and what does that bring to AIESEC New Zealand? So I believe that's the best skill I have right now as LCP compared to the others.
Sorry. Ensure the long-term vitality of
longevity, I think, is all I've been really trying to achieve on my replan, because the reason I'm downsizing is because I want to make sure that the basic processes are right before we can move on to a bigger LC. So last semester I was quite greedy and I recruited a lot of people, but that's also because of the lack of knowledge. That's also because we didn't have much to go on, even if we tried to. We couldn't downsize from 6, obviously. But, you know, even if we got 20, I would know how to control it. I would rather have 30 to work. But now it's, you know, looking into this semester, I want to downsize because I want everyone knowing what to do. I want to see the people in the pipeline. So many about what makes operation work already. I really like longevity. Focus for me. They learn about everything. We look at we want to look at partnerships with other faculties, right? Partnerships with WC, partnerships with management faculty, things like that. I think a lot of that was lost in the previous terms, just because they literally didn't care about. Like, they were just like, yeah, we get $500 a year a term from management. Cool. We don't even have a meeting with them. Sponsorship, everything grants from you. We should be appreciative. We should be keeping that relationship, which is why I'm going to talk to the director of the management, university management faculty and things like that, because I want to make sure that these connections aren't lost, we retain, that we move forward from this, so that when they look back at us and we say, hey, look, I'm John Doe, I'm stepping in as new VP for this. I wanted to talk to you about opportunity for grants. He's going to look at this guy and say, well, I know that AIESEC is interested in.
There are jobs to be done, if you don't get the second higher, yeah, 21.
In terms of like our recruitment plans, so we have 21 JDs overall, we've got 14 currently, so we're looking at recruiting 7 people, right? And do you think we'll be able to get to 7? Because I've already seen interests external to inside our organization in joining a member. I've already talked to a lot of people. Yes, they're definitely quality. That's why we have AC, that's why we have interviews and things like that. It's because over there we are able to talk to them for 30 minutes straight. We're able to assess their teamwork and things like that. We're able to see how they perform before we induct them into AIESEC. And of course, we're going to shortlist and look at this, these people and say, fit for AIESEC first before we actually induct them. I'm not just going to induct everyone this time. So I don't believe we'll have a shortage of JDs. If that does happen, yeah, I think it's not going to happen.
So I got myself done, and there's anything else questions?
Private revised. Yeah, because I was the course of the AIESEC to run together about leadership of youth. So
you please like provide some chance, like opportunities, like virtual position?
As a virtual position?
Yeah, maybe like virtual BPO, like something like TV,
Right. So when it comes to virtual positions inside AIESEC, I believe most of those are reserved. We can definitely open virtual positions in AIESEC if we feel the need to. Like these 21 JDs that we have available, they're not set. Like if we need to recruit more because we're performing quite early and we're already thinking, we're already like doing quite well, then I'm going to open JDs. You know, I'm going to say, look, we actually need more members because we're doing so well. We can increase our capacity. That's when we'll do pocket recruiting. And in terms of virtual roles, we can definitely pocket recruit for virtual roles in terms of like people doing design and things like that. It's definitely, they don't have to come to LC for that kind of stuff. There won't be a full member of AIESEC output. There'll be, according to Compendium, AIESEC Waikato, just not a full member. And we can contribute that way. And also nationally, we have a lot of virtual roles as well. So I believe like if someone is looking for a virtual, there's plenty available nationally, and then locally they'll come later after we see how our performance is for the first month or so.
Now, so you talk about achieving a lot of goals in the next coming year. And what are some of the strengths, what are some of your strengths and weaknesses that you think might contribute to that? And if your weaknesses, how will you mitigate that?
So I think some of my strengths right now is motivation, and also another strength right now is, well, I'll talk about motivation first. So right now, as an ED, we've done so much repaying, right? I've invested so much of my own time into this organization. This isn't something I can let go quite easily. Like, this is something that I've really invested like sweat and tears into, and I want to be able to utilize this as, you know, being able to turn that into performance by making sure that my VPs are doing their roles correctly, and also, of course, myself as a VP on top of LCP, I'll make sure that I'll be communicating a lot with the MC to figure out what they want nationally, whether they feel like our performance is lacking or like what holes we have. So I believe using that to cover a lot of the. In terms of my weaknesses, what I see is time management. In terms of time management, I just feel like I'm investing a lot of time into this, and I'm also, my role requires me to spend a bit of money because I have to go to International Congress, which is in Poland. I have to save about $3,000 for that, so I'm working in the weekends as well on top of that, and also in another student organization. I feel like my time commitment is my biggest thing, not so much like not being able to put in the hours, but more so that I won't be available to do anything else for the organization except for my LCP role. So if it's like required that I do the training or something like that within the LC, I feel like I might not have the time to be able to prepare for those things because I'm involved in certain other things at home. But that's why I believe in my VPs, because I have VPs available to be able to look after this, and so the managers sitting on their training.
So designing that questions. Anyone else want to ask that question? Over to you.
Cool. So, in one sentence, please give us one reason why, like, what is like the main reason? Other than that.
I think you're the best you've got. I feel like I'm the best we got for this organization, for the LCP role. I don't feel like anyone else is quite ready for this role yet. And if anyone else does become LCP, I feel like they're going to be able to do as good of a job as I can.
And then the final question, which one would you be and why?
Have you ever seen one of those doors that have like? Because I'll be coming in.
I'm so left unturned.
Essentially.
Just a quick question. Really good. What can we get out of this?
I'm saying it sounds more like a commitment than a Shady, how far would it go? Shady? I would leave it interact for R&R, for all the new members and the senior members. I'll cook every single thing, desserts, white toast. I'll make everything. I'll pay for it.
Sorry, so I think there's a few minutes to think about it.
Can you Can you take this with you?
Sorry? Just that short.
Do you, wait, Richard. No, you don't tell her. I'm like, okay, go talk.
What's up?
Oh, it's on my face.
Bye-bye.
It was okay? I don't have to prepare because I feel like replaying showed a lot of things, just insights and whatnot. I feel pretty confident answering all the questions. I felt like I would answer it another way, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's